Namaskar Mitro, what if I told you I build a robot that has only one motor? No steering mechanism, no multiple drive motors, and still I can control it to move left, right, and straight. Sounds impossible, right? Normally, if you look at any RC car or robot, it either has two motors for differential drive or one motor with a steering mechanism. In simple terms, you need multiple actuators to control direction. So the real question is, can we control a robot using just one motor? Somewhere in my mind, I remembered seeing a similar concept while scrolling reels. And recently, I also saw this spinning phone that uses vibration to rotate itself for panoramic shots. I found it really fascinating, and that's what motivated me to try this project. So I started searching about this concept online, and after a bit of research, I found this. At first glance, it looked exactly like I wanted, and when I opened it, I realized it's actually a research paper. After spending some time reading it, I finally understood the core idea behind this system. The paper goes deep into physics, but let me explain the concept in a simple way. This is a vibration motor, the same type used in smartphone for haptic feedback. If you fix it on a small battery and power it up, you will notice it moves randomly because of vibrations. But here's where things get interesting. If you tilt the motor slightly around 20 to 30 degrees, you'll notice it starts rotating in one direction. This happens because the motor has an off-center weight inside, and when it spins at an angle, it creates an unbalanced force which pushes the robot more in one direction than other. Now take it one step further. If you place the motor slightly away from the center, the behavior changes again. Instead of rotating in place, the robot starts moving in a circular path. Because now the force is applied away from center of mass, which creates a torque, and that makes the robot move in a circular instead of spinning in one spot. Now observe this carefully. If I power the motor in one direction, the robot rotates in one way. If I reverse the polarity, it rotates in the opposite direction. So now we have the control over left and right rotation, but what about the forward movement? Here comes the main trick. Since the robot moves in a circle, if we rapidly switch between left and right rotation, those circular motions cancel each other out and the result is forward motion, something like this. Now that we understand the concept, to actually build this, we need a controller. So I choose the ESP01F because it's very compact and has Wi-Fi built in. To drive the motor, I choose the DRV8212 motor driver, which is small and efficient. And to keep everything compact, I decided to use a custom PCB. I started this project by designing the circuit in EasyEDA, converting it into a PCB layout and exporting the Gerber files. Then I uploaded them to glcpcb.com to order the boards. Big thanks to glcpcb for sponsoring this video. glcpcb is one of the most reliable and affordable PCB manufacturers out there. They offer everything from standard and multi-layer PCBs to advanced 6-layer PCBs, flex PCBs, PCB assembly and SMT stencils. Using 6 layers really helps in complex designs. It gives more routing freedom, cleaner signal paths, and saves a lot of time. Ordering is very simple. Just upload your Gerber files, select your PCB specifications, and place your order in a minute. The interface is beginner friendly and gives you instant pricing. After a few days, my PCBs arrived, and just look at the quality. It's extremely small, but there is absolutely no compromise in the quality. Also, GLC PCB is offering a limited time deal. You can get 6-layer PCB for just $2 and a $30 coupon using the link in the description. Now let's move to the PCB assembly. These are all the assembly components required, so let's solder them. Alright, the controller PCB is ready. Now only the coding part is left. As I mentioned earlier, I wanted wireless control, so I used my OG ESP Now remote that I have used in many of my projects. For the first attempt, I wrote a simple code to control the motor direction using the joystick. Now let's connect the PCB to the computer using a USB to TTL adapter and upload the code. After uploading the code, I copied the ESP01F MAC address from the logs, updated it in transmitter code and uploaded that as well. After that, I connected the battery and motor and it worked. Now that the electronics are ready and it's time to design the enclosure. Everything came out really well, so let's assemble the final robot. Before we continue, a big shout out to LTM for sponsoring today's video. LTM is known for supporting some of the world's most advanced electronics design workflows, helping engineers collaborate better, manage designs efficiently, and build with confidence. And if you are a student or just getting started, LTM has something truly valuable for you, LTM Student Lab. It gives you free access to industry level learning and a structured PCB program that takes you from basics to the real world design, including layout, manufacturing awareness, and supply chain fundamentals. You will work on practical projects, grow your portfolio, and even earn a certificate that helps you open doors for your future career. So if you are serious about the electronics, check the link in the description and join the LTM Student Lab today. Now let's get back to the build. Alright, the moment of truth. To turn it on, I just showed these two bottom jumpers, and by the way, the top two jumpers are for charging. Now let's test it. So here's what's happening. When I move the joystick forward, the motor rotates in one direction and the robot rotates. When I move it backward, the motor reverses and the robot rotates in the opposite direction. But here's the interesting part. When I rapidly switch between forward and backward, the robot starts moving forward. And that's when everything clicked. The concept is correct and it's actually working. So I updated the code to automate this switching. Now instead of manually switching, the controller automatically switches direction every 250 milliseconds. Now let's upload the code and test it again. And as you can see guys, it's working as expected, although the forward motion is not that straight, but we can fix it by using a gyro in future versions. Now let's try something more interesting. I drew a path, now let's see if I can make the robot follow it. And yes, it's actually following the path. So yes Mitro, it's absolutely possible to control a robot using just one motor. You just need smart mechanical design and the right control logic. If you found this project interesting, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And let me know in the comments what should I build next. That's it for today guys, I'll see you in the next one.